acquisitions. And then we have Big Mac and Dan, Super Dan.
Super Dan's a recent acquisition, too.
I believe so, yes.
Big Mac's the only veteran. He's been around since basically as long as Unrivaled's been a thing.
Yep.
But Dan has jumped around organizations. He was Galloping Ghosts, then he was E2C, and now he's Unrivaled Super Dan. And, of course, the Earl of M Snoof combo, locals that come to these weeklies very often, always do incredibly well here.
Oh, absolutely.
Earl of M having just won Frosty Faustings, actually.
Yeah, just running right off the heels of a really good placing at a pretty stacked Smash tournament. It's going to be exciting. And on the raid side, we've got Razor, Jimbo Schleiss. Jimbo Schleiss. We also got, I think, then it's also Hydra. And I think Rin. I was about to say, like, I heard Santi was going to be a sub right before the turn. Like,
there was a chance Hydra wouldn't make it, and that would mean Santi would be the sub.
But
I think Hydra was always going to come tonight, but he just might have been late or something.
Yeah, but he made it.
He made it. That's the big raid for. They are all also, of course, always in attendance at Raid Gaming Lounges on Tuesday nights, and we'll see how they stack up. Pichu, Link, Chrom, Rob. Versus Mario, Lucina, Fox, Sheik. Kind of a wacky lineup.
That is.
How you Jimbo Schleiss it.
It's very. Although actually, here's the thing: Jimbo Schleiss, depending on who he faces in the crew battle, he can stray off of Chrom if he wants to.
He can go to Palutena.
He does have a Palutena now. Stock in that character is pretty high right now.
That's true. That's true. Looks like it's going to be Razor versus Big Mac. This might actually be the worst possible draw for the Unrivaled team to start. They did blind pick, of course, as every crew battle starts.
Yeah. But
and I know this is a matchup that Big Mac hates.
Yeah, Big Mac. This is going to be rough because Pichu's got the close quarters ability. He's got the speed that can keep up with Sheik, and overall combos on Pichu, they're kind of a little rough because of his weight and overall size.
They got to change the clock. Hey, Warren, tell them to change the clock.
Clock.
They got to put the clock at 99 minutes. That's a thing.
Recipes.
It might just be a button check, of course, as they figure that out.
No, Razor was going for real. Razor was going for real.
They could use the opportunity to button check is what I meant to say. Anyway, how could you fight? How could you kill Pichu? Look how cute that dumb thing is. All of his taunts are adorable.
He tried to power up there a little bit.
Also, this will give us a little bit of time to rearrange our overlay because we had Big Mac on player one side. Got to do a little swap there.
Yep.
That's all good. It's all good. Also, I'm messing with my audio so I can actually find the right balance between hearing myself and losing my ears again.
Yeah,
had my ears blown out before the stream started by the music, but don't worry. We're good. We're here. In it to win it.
We're all good.
False start aside, it is going to be this matchup, which, again, I think is like the toughest possible draw. And if I'm Unrivaled, I'm already planning to have someone come in and clean up this stock of the Pichu. Might be a Dan. If you don't want to put Dan on anchor, which Dan would be a fantastic anchor.
Honestly, I think what is going to the two anchors at the end are probably going to be Dan and Earl, because those are obviously those are two characters that I feel like can go.
Dan and Earl on the same team.
Oh. No. I'm talking about like your last two on one team.
The last two on Unrivaled.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, the Pichu combo starts things off a little hot for the raid side.
Yeah, already right out of the gate, you're going to see the kind of disadvantage that Sheik has in this matchup. It's one overcommitment, and Pichu just has the ability to just make Sheik an absolute plaything. You set him up, down, whichever way he wants.
All the combos are really tricky to actually find their mark onto Pichu because of his small hitbox.
Yeah, and Pichu, one of the few, one character that can actually go out there and edgeguard Sheik. Now, that's the one kind of grace that Sheik has a lot of matchups is her recovery. But in this kind of situation, Pichu can go out there and cover a lot of ground in terms of the stage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the trade going good here for Pichu, although he's knocked off stage, and that could be a big punish or something. But that air dodge into the ground, not punished by Big Mac.
All right, going to make it back to ledge. He's got to watch out. He's in F-tilt range. He's in a lot of ranges, but gets it with the confirm there. Forward tilt into up air. And there he goes. Nair is coming out. Here come the needles out. Nair out of shield. And Big Mac's starting to space that forward air a little bit better now. There we go. Running F tilt. That's going to be the one thing that Big Mac is going to use to close the gap. If he's at a distance where Razor misses one of his approaches with the Thunder Jolt, he can go in with that running F tilt.
And this disadvantage state working out really well for Big Mac here. He's finding all these ways back into the stage and able to rack up 66% before, of course, the Pikachu forward tilt be the killer.
Yep. There you go. The love tap coming in.
Gets the cross up on the back air. That's one of Pichu's best ways to apply shield pressure.
Nice
really at any
parry
percent.
there. Utilizing that, getting the trade to get out of that situation right now. Dash attack, that's going to go punish on that shield.
Sneaking out of the disadvantage, though, is Big Mac, and he's going to reset. You see, Big Mac worked up such a good lead on this second stock, but then Pichu just works 2 or 3 openings and is 95% on this character. That's the uphill battle you're fighting. Okay, we're going to dodge that up air, which certainly would have KO'd the light Pichu.
But still, nice frame trap from Big Mac. He had the awareness to sense where the air dodge is going and track it off over there.
Gets the roll get up with the full
love
tilt.
tap.
Not quite enough.
There we go. Let's jump back air. That's the classic.
Odd seeing that work at that perfect percent. I think if there was any higher percent, then the Pichu would not landed into that back air. But all right, we're even things up.
Oh, nice. Utilizing the forward air to neutralize the Thunder Jolt, and ends up getting 2 back airs out of that exchange.
So far, so good for Big Mac on this stock, but you can't lose a single exchange versus Pichu.
It's literally, you lose neutral once and you're eating at least 45% off of just one combo. Makes this character so scary, but it doesn't matter. He's going to find his window, dash in, and hit him with the Diamond Cutter.
And already turning to the raid side, talk a little bit of smack. That's the Big Mac we know and love here at Ignite. They're, he's happy about it.
All of UR is popping off at raid right now. They're like, yo. Like, where's your boy now? What's up?
Big Mac's like, 7-3 matchup? I don't care. I'm going to take a stock home for my team. Easy peasy.
Yeah, and now he's got the stock lead. I can hang on to it. Pretty good size lead right now if he goes against Hydra. So,
Hydra's going to be rocking the Rob. That's a given, pretty much.
Yeah.
The dynamic of that matchup is pretty similar to Smash 4, except that Rob just can find more explosive angles, especially off the stage to edge guard with the side Bs, right? The spinning top.
Exactly, yeah. Honestly, like the
your
battle,
disadvantage horizontally is a little more unsafe.
Yeah. The battle for this matchup, it's going to be one off stage, largely, because both these characters, like Rob and Sheik, they kind of hang. In my opinion, they hang kind of equally in neutral. Right. But it's a matter of trying to find that nice balance between neutral and then getting into your edge guarding, flow.
We'll have to see how it pans out here on Pokemon Stadium. I do believe Big Mac won their last set between the two, but they might have played more since I have witnessed it. All right,
We're into it right now.
down to business.
You're always starting off with some zoning.
Now, actually, if I was Hydra here, I would demand to have the 99 minutes on rather than just no timer whatsoever, because you can use that to tell the timings on your top, the timings on your lasers. Like you can shoot your laser, look at the clock, and see, okay, I need X many seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, wow.
That's something that Clouds use when you charge their limit in this game, right? Because you only have 15 seconds for when it charges, so you got to keep track. That's why you keep the clock, especially for characters like Wario as well, where knowing the walk timing is very important.
Hanging back on that projectile. Air cross up on shield. Nice to open it up, but Hydra responding with an air right out of that shield.
Gets the top for himself. Let's see if there's a conversion. No, but forcing the shield out of it is pretty good.
Running F-tilt, putting in so much work just to kind of close the gap. Needles and catches the up the recovery with the bouncing fish. Really smart catch.
So far, so good for Mark Morgan in this crew battle, getting 4 stocks to his name. Okay, spinning top just in the neutral exchange. Not going to get the stock you need. Only going to knock Sheik away for a moment of time, but down smash will definitely get it.
No, not quite. He's still alive.
Masterful DI.
Still staying alive here. That down smash center stage, and on top of that, it's pretty unscaled, so it's going to Did not kill.
Now looking for an edge guard attempt. Okay. Chase this Rob off the stage. All right, you're just going to eat the back air to the face and get out. Makes sense.
Yeah, tried to challenge the back air. Thought he was at a safe enough distance away where Nair might connect, but just a little bit too far out.
Very understandable. And it looks like the Snoof is going to sit down. Snoof versus Hydra is going to be the second new matchup in this crew battle.
Yep.
Which Hydra also recently posted a matchup chart for his new main, and he notably put this as a winning matchup for Rob.
And you know what?
Which really goes against the grain of anything we've been taught about Fox versus Rob in Smash 4.
Here's the thing. I kind of believe it because the thing is, while Fox does have the tools to be a zone breaker, Rob likes to kind of be close and box people. So you're going to have these kind of situations where Fox doesn't really have the same options that he had in Smash 4. Meanwhile, Hydra on Rob, he's got a lot of different other options that have been buffed and that have, you know, can make this matchup seem not as hard as it once was. Like, the one thing that you're going to notice is that anytime air-to-air, like, anytime that both these characters are in the air, usually Rob is going to be the one winning that exchange because while Fox's air is still pretty good, if Rob is spacing that correctly, he's often going to win those exchanges 9 times out of 10, and that is huge.
Yeah, it's about the spacing. It's about masking the startup frames because Fox has way better startup frames on all of his aerials and all of his really anything. And
but it doesn't matter. You can just chase with the up airs. It's still Fox. You still got to watch yourself when you're landing.
Picking up the serve that Big Mac left off, and so far this is a 2-stock lead for the Unrivaled crew. Good. Okay, you're going to reflect the top and turn it around. Get out of the disadvantage.
Yeah, that was a really, really smart shine.
And look at the startup. Nair
he had that top set up on that platform. Did you see that? If he would have managed to ping pong him off that platform, that would have been nuts.
And now tech chasing. Wow, Snoofle is all over this man. He must have read that tier list and said, "I don't care. Get out. I'm up smashing you." Very close to taking it.
One more back air by the ledge. Another really strong kill option at this point. It will do it.
If Snoof can get out of here without losing a single stock, that would be a huge lead for the UR team. Perhaps almost maybe to the point where you can't come back from it. Just maybe.
Of course, that side B connecting.
It's a little early to say that now, of course, but all right. Nair, not quite enough to kill off the top.
Still living at 165. This is going to be the position where he's going to get that down here, and that's going to take that one stock.
And again, if you're Raid, you really needed to squeak that stock out at the very least to keep this lead from snowballing completely out of control.
Snoofle still needs to be careful because Rob can rack up a lot of damage and take a stock super early. Cannot get anywhere near the ledge when Hydra's on his game. On air, up air, 54%. He's got to watch out. Nice shine, but punches it with a grab. Ooh, that exchange, that was hairy.
That was very scary.
That could have turned around on Snoofle so bad there. That shine, that was
a back throw at least sets up for a side B, if not confirms into it in that particular position. But okay, slow and steady Snoofle here. Gonna try to get another ledge trap into the stock. There, quite
almost.
Very close.
One more move like that by ledge, and that's definitely going to be it. I think with Rob, it's scary. He can live up to these really high percentages because of his weight.
Now at the same time, if Hydra on the reverse side can sneak out this side, that's momentum right back to the Raid team. But okay, the sweet spot there should do it.
Got clipped out of shield, and that's going to be Snoofle only losing one stock to Hydra. So far, pretty impressive stuff.
Keeps the stock lead set at a 2-stock advantage for the Unrivaled team. Now it's going to be Rin to clean up this Fox. Try to take 2 stocks. We'll see if he can get it done.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be another one of the interesting matchups because you're going to have a character that on paper Fox should do well against, but in terms of practice, Rin, he's managed to hang with Snoofle quite a bit in the Smash 4 days. He knows how to be really patient with his link play. He's one of the links that I feel like is really kind of advancing his meta right now with the bomb setups and stuff like that. So I think...
And I believe Rin has last win on Snoofle.
Yeah.
Of course, Snoofle proved that wrong with the Hydra game, so not necessarily a predictor of anything. However, we'll have to see how it plays out. Remember, these guys can counterpick stages. Looks like everyone is content to stay on Pokemon Stadium,
I
but
think
there
it's
can be
honestly
stage
for this
swaps.
entire crew battle, I think it's just going to stay on PS1, which, you know what? Don't mind that.
And that's funny because, you know, one of the reasons we didn't use the in-game Squad Strike crew battle system is because of stage swaps. You have to lock into one stage or lock into the lineup of stages to be determined. But I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Everyone just wants to
Pokemon
be
Stadium
here.
is just that good of a stage, dude.
It's locked in, Pokemon
Oh, it's locked
Stadium?
in? Okay, so it is locked
I find that silly. Anyway,
There you go.
I like counter picks in my crew battles. You guys are silly. Your unrivaled rules. Don't give me that face, Earl. I see you.
I'm about to say, man, yeah, you're unrivaled.
I'm allowed to criticize my own organization.
No.
As long as it's polite.
All right, here we go, Snoofle.
Snoofle's politely up airing this Rin to death. And
Tried for... Oh, and it ended up saving Rin in the end. He tried for the drag down forward air into Shine. That would have been really sick if that connected.
okay, and the delay on the recovery from Snoofle's going to save his butt. And I don't think there's a jump here. Going for the catapult, and it works!
Try for the down smash to punish it, but Rin getting back to the ledge just in time.
That catapult recovery from Link is one of the things that Rin has really been like putting a lot of time into. Sometimes he just whiffs it and he looks really silly, but that time it landed perfectly. Saved his stock, and he needed to conserve that. But of course,
it's not perfect all the time.
It's about a 50-50 success rate on it so far.
Honestly, for that, it's all about consistency. Like if you get consistent with that, Link's gonna be living to crazy percents. Like you're gonna see, just like with Rob last year, you're gonna see like possibly stocks go up to 170, 180. Like worst case scenario.
Equivalent stock exchange so far here in this Fox versus Link battle, which is an advantage for UR. Remember, they have a 2-stock lead in the bank so far. It's their second character on the third of Rin.
Yeah, but Snoofle coming out with this really impressive combo, getting 47%, taking the back air. Here comes Rin.
The pressure from the bomb on the shield of Snoofle is insane. Just dropping bombs and dropping back airs every which way.
Yeah, but the boomerang off stage, setting up Snoofle to get back on. Oh my God, that's the trick. That's the tricky hit. That is honestly, that's the trick that Rin loves to put off stage. Is that if you're not paying attention, you think, okay, well I can edge guard him. He's coming back facing forward. Nope, he's facing back. And you overextend, and it hits you right in front on the last hit.
I didn't know that had such a strong vacuum pull.
It's got a really good vacuum pull.
They took the Gale Boomerang out of the Gale Boomerang and they put it into the spin attack and made sure it kills Fox off the side. And it looks like Super Dan is coming up next, which is interesting because we thought he might anchor, but they're going to ride Earl of him, especially because Earl might be a better positioned player to take out Jimmy as the anchor of Ray.
That is true, because no matter what happens at the end, if Jimbo is going to be the anchor at this point. So that means that you're going to have to. You're facing Prime, you're facing Palutena. Those are two characters that, if you have a good sword on your team, that's the answer to it.
Right.
So that's definitely going to be the play there.
Yeah, interesting on-the-fly analysis from the UR team, of course. And from the Raid team, I like their counterpicking strategy in general. Although I think they had hoped Hydra would have been able to do a little bit more work than he did. Other than that, I think the strategy's sound from both sides. It's going to set up for an interesting conclusion, but right now, one stock advantage to the Unrivaled.
Both these players looking to get back into it.
Does Dan have to pick Green Mario now? Is that part of his contract? No.
Okay. He's clearly Odyssey Mario. He's going to ride that.
Is there Green Mario anymore?
I don't. No, there is a Green Mario. No, you're right. There's a Green Mario.
Pretty sure there is. All right, Rin, you got to jump off the stage. Okay,
there you go. All right.
Complete.
So 6 stocks to 5. It's going to be Dan versus Rin. Here we go, right into it. Dan starting off with the fireball, trying to get the zoning attempt started.
Mario, of course, the rush down in this matchup, as he is in a lot of matchups.
So anytime that Rin's going to want to set up a wall, he's going to have to be very careful because Dan's very, like, one thing that Dan's really good with Mario is he's very good at kind of finding, like, stalling his approach until he can find an avenue in. So you think that you're safe with the wall, but then you just get hit with one straight fireball, and then all of a sudden Dan's right in your face, starting to get back airs, all that kind of stuff, and now you're taking massive amounts of damage. You gotta be careful with that.
So far keeping him at bay. Wow, and DI on that.
The DI on that was definitely off. Oh my god.
The crowd shouting for the Link taunt, the Smash 64 Link taunt, no less. Dan very close to stealing out a stock of his own. Okay, goes for down smash and no punish.
Yeah, a little bit late on the punish there. Probably could have done down smash a little bit earlier. All but didn't expect the catapult recovery, and Rin just sails right past Dan. That probably could have been up smash. Coming out. Fireball, but not going to get a conversion off there. And there we go. That's the second try is the charm there.
With the stock lead in the pocket, it is now 5 stocks to 4, even though Unrivaled Dan is going up evenly with Raid's Rin at the moment. We're going to try to close this gap as much as possible, but still very uphill battle.
Trying to master on the ground right now.
Good drift over to the ledge. You'd predict like a cross-up air dodge, right? And that's what the up smash is trying to do.
Here, a nice nair out of shield. Landing and just getting shield out fast enough for Rin to maybe take out a grounded move. That's one thing that Dan has been doing really good, is that he's been keeping the ground game on lock for this entire stock. Like, anytime that Rin is throwing out any of those options like that, Dan has been there to punish him just like that.
And this is a stock that Rin really needs to take, and he's going to lose it instead. Neutral get up, not the move it once was.
The Fuego hands.
Eat a whole fireball to the face, and suddenly Jimmy has a lot of work left to do.
All right, now with 3 stocks left, the hopes of Raid rests on the shoulders of Jimbo Slice.
Slice.
Looking to slice it up for the last bit.
Now, okay, question.
Yes.
If Jimbo somehow gets down to his last stock, or no, say, how do I want to do this? Okay, so say Jimbo has 2 stocks and Dan has 1, and they SD. They do the Krom side. Does Krom have 2 stocks or 1 stock in the next game?
That's
the question.
That's a good question. That's probably a question that Warren can answer.
Hey Warren. If Jimbo Krom sides at 2
we're getting an
stocks to
official
Dan's
ruling
1,
here.
does he have 2 stocks in the next game or 1? Results screen. Got it. So that means he has 2, I think.
All right, so there you go. Official ruling. We go for the results screen and go from there.
Interesting.
I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think we're going to see it.
Jimmy doesn't fish for them.
Jimmy does not. Honestly, I don't even.
He does go for him. I've seen him get him.
Yeah, like unless if it's like a serious match, I don't really see him go for it. I genuinely don't see him go for it.
I've seen him land them. I don't think he landed one on our set when we played last week. Although I don't know if I was ever really in a position to get hit by it.
So no matter what, now I think he's going to be locked into Krom for the rest of this crew battle.
Yeah, there aren't any character swaps, so there will be no chance to swap to the Palutena if we reach the point where he has to fight Earl Event. But we'll find out shortly if Dan can stop it here.
Yeah, but this is going to be really rough for Dan because this is the matchup where it's going to be very rough for him to get in on an approach. Because all Jimmy needs to do is just kind of hang back with his spacing.
Same time he's already dead.
That's all right. There's the double-edged sword. Knock Krom off stage. Hashtag just Krom things.
Mario giving the thumbs up, and that was a spot where Krom had no other option than to go for the high recovery, and Mario really well equipped to take advantage of that. Even stocks.
Honestly, that's the thing with Dan. Like, you put a sword character in front of him, he's just like, he shows no fear when going in. Like, he's just like, yeah, I could like space myself better, or I could find a way in that's a little more safe. But you know what? I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm gonna get in.
Crom is also a really juggleable weight compared to like Lucina, right? She's a little floatier. This is a good thing for Dan, at least on the combo tree path, right? He's been used to juggling clouds with limit for so long, and wow, that might just be enough to kill Crom here. But the jump's saved entirely. All right.
Oh, just barely.
He living.
Okay, so I think the trick with that flood is that it has to be fully charged and it has to be on the starter, because I think that's when the flood is at its strongest push.
And no tech on the Nair up smash with the Fox combos from Dan. But of course a back air here from Jimbo gets the job done. Last stock for Raid.
The tree grab.
Now you might see the suicide attempt.
You actually might. Here we go. Down throw. I know Dan's crazy with these tech chases right now. Jim's at 72%.
Same time you get Nair to the side. This is over. Down throw.
Down throw.
I thought it'd be Nair.
Platforms. Jimmy's trying to cover his options really well. Back air out of shield, that's going to give it punish, but only with an up air.
Dan is doing a good job of making sure he stays centered every time he drifts so that he doesn't fall victim to any of those SDs. But this is a juggle? No. Being as floaty as possible, Mario gets out of it.
Up throw, gets on the up air, that's going to be good damage. 105. Back down, the up smash, the back air out of shield. Oh, the flood not being enough. Jimmy sweet spotting at the edge.
Knocking Mario to the wayside. No, not gonna get it done.
Up smash, and that's going to do it. Dan, not even getting to Earl. Dan's going to seal it out for UR. And they seal it out with 4 stocks left. Earl didn't even have to touch a controller.
Turns out Dan was the anchor after all.
So
Earl has apparently been in 2 crew battles in his life. He has played 0 games. 0 stocks.
That is amazing. So there you have it, folks. Unrivaled coming away with the victory this time.
That's the way the news goes.
That's the way we go. I mean,
happens.
I mean, good stuff.
Unrivaled looked pretty
honestly,
good.
Good stuff to raid. They have. I mean, they still have a really stacked lineup that can go against a lot of other crews every single day. But Dan, you know, he was just playing on fire.
Dan is just insane at crew house. I think I actually played Dan in a crew battle in like 2015. Like at one of the Top Cut Comics weeklies. Yeah. We did like a crew battle thing where it might have been one weekly versus another weekly. It was just like Dan took like 8 stocks. The man's a monster.